Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review French Girl, and this is a new romantic comedy from directors and writers James A. Woods and Nicholas Wright, and this film stars Zach Braff as a teacher who is in love with a chef who winds up getting a great opportunity to go back home to Canada and back to Quebec City and get a chance to be on this big time cooking show with this woman from her past. And it really becomes that like meet the parents kind of situation because like Zach Braff's character Gordon wants to get the father's blessing, wants to, propose. And he has to do all of these like proving himself because he's a soft guy and like the dad's like this hard guy that'll like chop up a lamb because they live on a farm. And this film, Zach Braff is charming. I think Charlotte Oben and Evelyn Brochu, who plays Sophie, who is Zach Braff's love interest, I think they have good chemistry. I think she gives a fine performance. Vanessa Hudgens, who's like the woman from her past who comes in and woos her with this opportunity, I think she plays this really like mean, biting character very well. You have the likes of like William Fichtner, who plays Zach Braff's dad, and this rest of the supporting cast I think do a really fine job here with their characters. Now, I feel like this film really leans into every single trope that you have seen in a film like this. There doesn't really feel like anything new or interesting. They try to add layers with subplots, like there's a conflict between the father and the son and Sophie's family, and like they go as far as like trying to have like MMA fights with each other to deal with their issues, and you have those kinds of things. But like so many of it's like Zach Braff getting chased by a swan a bunch of times, or like slapstick comedy with a dead body at one point. It's just like all these cringy, awkward comedy beats that feel so outlandish and forced here. And, Zach Braff's trying to do his best, but like Gordon feels like so over the top. And the biggest thing that I felt like was this giant wall keeping me from connecting with this film is the fact that Gordon's acting very reasonably, and every other character is acting so outrageously unreasonable in the sense of like Gordon has reasons to be frustrated that like his girlfriend's spending every night with this woman until 2 a.m. and never spending any time with him, but he's the bad guy when he gets upset about it. And it's like, that's coming, that's the way that this plot's going because this film is very cliched and hitting those beats, but it's so frustrating in this film in particular because it's so extreme. It's so unbelievable. And I couldn't suspend my disbelief on it. And so much of this was so frustrating that it took me completely out of the film. And even by the end, where you feel like, yeah, we're finally can have like this good moment of like them finally connecting in a way that's meaningful, it's still like shrouded in like obnoxious slapstick that doesn't really work, or over the top like character decisions that are completely illogical. And in the end, this film just feels like something that's so familiar but more frustrating and extreme than the other films that you've seen before. So in the end, I didn't really get a whole lot out of this experience. It's honestly frustrated me a lot. It honestly made me want to turn the film off at times because it was that extreme. And in the end, I don't know if this is really going to capture that rom-com crowd as much. It might, because, if this is the kind of genre that you really like, and you like these like particular subgenre of the film, maybe you could get past some of that a little easier. It was just a big struggle for me, and this one didn't really work. But those are my thoughts on French Girl. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.